Okay, Yetu, so we've written our first paragraph. Fantastic, well done. We're now going to move on to our second paragraph, where the bubbles pick Gabby up and she's taken to her first location. So if you could have a look on your plan at your first location, which will be the same for everyone. It's up in the sky, okay? So here we go. Straight away, the bubbles scooped her up gently and floated gracefully up into the sky. From her bubble, Gabby could see a beautiful, colourful rainbow in front of her and hear groups of wide-winged tweeting birds. Her cheeks began to go rosy from the crisp, fresh air brushing across her face. Okay, so let's have a look at each sentence one at a time. So straight away, so I've said when it's happened, we've used our adverbs of time in our Samuel Pepys diary, so you can also use these in your story, even though we haven't looked at them over the past few weeks. So straight away, or after a few minutes, or within seconds, you know, lots of different adverbs of time. The bubbles scooped her up gently. The bubbles scooped her up quickly. The bubbles scooped her up slowly. The bubbles scooped her up carefully. Okay, there's lots of different things we could have there, lots of different adverbs of manner, and floated gracefully up into the sky, and floated beautifully up into the sky, and floated slowly up into the sky. So there you go again. You can use lots of different adverbs of manner. I've just chosen gracefully. And look, I've got the verb floated, and it's in the past tense, isn't it? Look, I've got my base word, and I've added the suffix ed. It's regular. So floated gracefully up into the sky. So there's my adverb of place. And floated gracefully towards the clouds. Okay, and floated gracefully up into the sky. From her bubble, Gabby could see. So, Gabby could see. So that's our sense of sight, isn't it? So you can look at the expanded noun phrases you wrote for the sky to describe the different senses. So from her bubble, Gabby could see a beautiful, colourful rainbow. Okay, you could say above her, Gabby could see a beautiful, colourful rainbow. In the distance, Gabby could see a beautiful, colourful rainbow. Okay, or you could change the expanded noun phrase. Gabby could see the bright golden sun. Okay, and I've got it in front of her. So that's where she could see it, in front of her, or in the distance, or above her, or below her. Okay, and there you go, there's my coordinating conjunction. So I'm going to use another sense now. Here, groups of, so there's my determiner, groups of, or lots of wide-winged tweeting birds. Okay, as I said, and here, groups of wide-winged tweeting birds. And here, lots of wide-winged tweeting birds. And here, many wide-winged tweeting birds. So you could have lots of different options. And remember, you use your expanded noun phrase that you thought of yourself. Her cheeks began to go rosy from the crisp, fresh air brushing across her face. So here, I've used the sense of touch, but I haven't said she touched. I've gone about it in a different way and said her cheeks began to go rosy, so they started going pink from the crisp, fresh air brushing. So that's how I showed that it's touching her, because I said it's brushing across her face. Okay, so there you go. I've got my expanded noun phrase for touch, the crisp, fresh air, but I know lots of you came up with some brilliant ones for that. So you use your own, brushing across her face. So there is my adverb of place, across her face. Or you could say along her arm, or anything really. It's up to you. This is your own work, okay? So now I'd like you to pause the video and have a go at your second paragraph. So from when the bubble scoops Gabby up, and then describe your first location. Okay, pause the video now and have a go. Okay, Yetu, well done for writing your first 2 paragraphs of your own bubble story. Now we're going to read our work again and check that we've used capital letters where we need to, full stops where we need to, and that we've used the correct tense. So let's have a look at one of my sentences. One gloomy day, a lonely glum girl named Gabby wandered aimlessly along the beach. Well, there's nothing wrong with that sentence, it makes sense. One gloomy day, a lonely glum girl named Gabby wandered aimlessly along the beach. There you go, nothing wrong. Is there anything wrong? Oh, yes. Gabby is a name, isn't it? And I need to use a capital letter for a name. And I also need to use capital letters at the beginning of my sentences, for days of the week, for places. Okay, can you look now through your 2 paragraphs and check that you've used capital letters in all the right places? Because look, I haven't. Pause the video now and have a look. Okay, year 2, have you got capital letters in all the places that you need capital letters? Fantastic. Let's look at my next sentence. She was listening to the sound of the gigantic, powerful waves crashing against the rocks when suddenly she noticed something mysterious in the cold, golden sand. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? There's nothing wrong with this sentence. Ah, yes, you're right. I missed my full stop at the end of my sentence. Well done for spotting that. Now, I would like you to look over your 2 paragraphs and see if you've included all the full stops that you need to. And if you add a full stop, make sure that the letter after your full stop is also a capital. Okay, pause the video now and have a look for your full stops. Okay, year 2, I'm hoping that you've got full stops in all the correct places. Let's look at my last sentence. She soon realised that it was a bottle of bubbles, so she opens them and blew them carefully. Oh, something doesn't sound right in this sentence, does it? Ah, that's right. Opens. When we write a story, it needs to be in the past tense. So what's open in the past tense? Well, it's a regular verb, so I just need to add the suffix ed to make opened. Right, so can you go and look through your 2 paragraphs now and check you haven't made a silly mistake like me where I put the verb in the wrong tense? Okay, so check that all of your verbs are in the past tense. Pause the video now and go and have a look. Okay, year 2, so now you should have capital letters, full stops in all the right places, and all of your verbs should be in the past tense. So well done, and well done for completing the first 2 paragraphs of your story. So next lesson, we are going to be writing the next bit of our story, okay, which I really look forward to. I'll see you next lesson, year 2. Bye.